What's going on, Joe fans? Centex Collector here with another review for G.I. Joe Classified. This time we got Armored Cobra Commander, figure 168. Got this off of Amazon because I missed out on the Walmart order. Walmart's been selling out pretty quick on Walmart Online, and I can't find any figures in store like up to date. Got the typical insert. Here he is in the package. Let's go ahead and crack him out.
One of my uniforms! Copperhead, this is exactly the resourcefulness I need in my first commanding officer of the Python Patrol. Join you with Naugahyde's pet iguana!
No, you wouldn't dare!
And though the change will be temporary, I can assure you that even when you change back into human form,
you'll never lose your taste for flies. No!
Too late, Serpentor! The process has already begun!
Hey, Serpentor! What do you say we throw another iguana on the Barbie? I hear they're just delicious.
So, first impression, I'm digging it. Benny had made me a custom one. It feels like they got some parts from, looks like almost like Marvel Legends feel on some of these parts, but yeah, I'm digging it. Benny made a good custom armored Coco before they announced. It's funny how customizers make customs, or I give ideas like Benny, he makes me something, and boom, all of a sudden, Hasbro, here they go. But I'm surprised it took them this long. We got so many Cobra Commanders and they finally did this one. We'll probably never get the hooded one, but whatever. And here's the OG from 87, so we'll get into the tweaks and changes there. But let's get into the accessories. Looks like they kept everything close to the original. So there's the little submachine gun or Uzi or whatever you want to call it. It's kind of futuristic, like Mac 10 Uzi Tech 9 looking thing. So to the OGs, they kept that there. Looks like that clip. No, I thought this clip would come out, but it doesn't. So there's that. And then we have the backpack, just like the original, just some updated details and deco there, but there's the backpack to the original. And that was all that he had for accessories on the original. And then they actually gave us some extra hands. They gave us a fist and a pointy, well, two fists and a pointy finger, which typically they don't give you extra hands on non-deluxe figures, so that was just go on my eBay. And then they gave us extra head, and I was like, why? And then I realized this got different. Looks like he's got like lizard eyes on that one, and then this one, he's got the regular. I know recently on the Skybound Image comics, they had like one of the Freds, and usually he'd have, I think it was like Fred 7 or Fred 8 would be in disguise or undercover in this one. So, cause I was like, what is going on with his head? But yeah, you can see he's got like lizard eyes. So that's cool. And then this is just regular Cobra Commander, regular face there. And then the iguana. I know everybody was asking. I know I had to research as well. What is the deal with the iguana? So apparently in the DIC cartoon, which is where this Cobra Commander showed up. I don't think he ever was on the Sunbow cartoon, but apparently in the DIC Operation Dragonfire, they took Naugahyde's pet iguana with the Python patrol thing, where they weaponize people in Python patrol, And Serpentor, and turned Serpentor basically into an iguana because Cobra Commander wasn't happy with Serpentor. So that's the deal with the iguana. It's basically Serpentor. And then here, I'm guessing, yeah, this is going to fit. It's kind of wonky to have that there, but okay. Yeah, this feels like almost like Iron Man. They got cues from, you know, because obviously Hasbro has Marvel Legends. I feel like some cues from Iron Man. So if we take a look here, we can see boots or shoes, whatever you want to call them there. The legs. He's got the detail down there at the bottom, just like the original. The black and the robotic there. The blue. This blue's darker than the OG. And the kneecaps. We've got this belt. Yes, they got a Cobra logo there on the belt. You can see it better, obviously, on the 1/12 version. More silver in like the chest, torso, waist region. And then, okay, I see here. See, he had an empty stuff we never noticed as a kid, right? He had an empty holster there. So they gave him the same red holster on that left leg. And you've got that vent piece there. And of course, I'm missing. So here they just made it built in, which is smart as a kid. See, that's why I'm missing the vent piece, like most of us are. He's got the vent piece there and there. That's updated deco. So the hands, silver on black, just like the original. The little arm guards up to there, black into there. And then we've got, they gave him shoulder armor, which I don't think that was a reuse from Tomax and Zaymot. It looks like a new mold there on the shoulder armor. Then gave him a black neck. He had silver, but then he had like black through the chest or t-shirt from the original, so that spilled over. And then they did red like shoulder straps. They got silver on the original. But back in the day, they were stingy with colors. They usually have your 2 or 3 primary colors, but not too much more beyond that. And then, oh, see a black here, so maybe that's what that black here is here and there. And then the back, the same, black there and around the kneecaps. And nothing, got some detail. Yes, they gave more detail on the back. And then the helmet, same concept there. Gave him the breather there. I'm assuming my paint probably faded away, but you got the big old red Cobra logo on his head. And they toned down or muted the silver a little bit on the 1/12, the classified. But yeah, that's looking spot on with the OG 87. So this was version 3 Cobra Commander. I lost track of how many Cobra Commanders we've gotten with classified so far. It's nuts. But then again, they did the same thing with Ara, or just with the 4-inch in general. I think there was like 67-ish. Because I know Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, and Cobra Commander had the most figures. Probably Snake Eyes, and then Storm Shadow and Cobra Commander were close, but I'm pretty sure Cobra Commander had like 60-something versions in the 4-inch between from 82 all the way to like 2018. So I'm digging it. I feel like the knee joints are really smooth. And then this, it's like basically like robot or robotic armor. He almost looks like I get like RoboCop vibes, which I didn't notice as a kid, but yeah, I get more RoboCop vibes from this one. But the knees are fluid. The ankles are real fluid there. Details are good. They've got movement up here in the upper chest. And he's got waist movement and upper chest movement. It could be more desired for ab crunch there. You'd probably have to like pop this top off and shave some to get some more ab crunch, but it has to be desired. And up underneath the arms, got that there going on. So yeah, they did a really good job with this Cobra Commander. What killed me was the little Easter eggs, right? With this, I probably wasn't even paying no mind as a kid and forgot I had to look it up and figure out the iguana. So that's a funny little Easter egg there. And then for this being a regular release, giving us an extra head and extra hands, because they could have easily just given us the backpack and the pistol and called it a day. Well, you're lucky if you even get that with Marvel Legends. So I just hope Hasbro doesn't raise the price, because these were what, $19.99 when they came out, I believe, and now we're up at $24.99. So Hasbro, please don't raise the price again. You're gonna lose a lot of collectors, because Valaverse is dropping their prices. So, but yeah, obviously I'm chasing the line, but I think out of all Cobra Commanders, this would definitely be one. If I wasn't chasing the line, this is definitely would be one that I would have, just because it does remind me of this one from my childhood from the DIC, because I was one of the few kids that I watched the Sunbow, the movie, and I was still young enough to where I could enjoy the DIC. I was still a kid, preteen, whatever you want to call it, to enjoy DIC before I went to school. DIC cartoon of G.I. Joe. But there we go. There's Armored Cobra Commander. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.